Most arguments about global warming, and I think President Klaus mentioned this essentially, boil down to science versus authority. For much of the public, authority will generally win since they do not wish to deal with science. For a basically political movement, as the global warming issue most certainly is, an important task is to co-opt the sources of authority. And that's very important to keep in mind. The global warming movement has done this with great success and then turns around and says that this co-opted authority is the reason for its activities. It's exactly the opposite. Thus, for over 20 years, the National Academy of Sciences had a temporary nominating group, temporary for over 20 years, designed to facilitate the election of environmental activists to the Academy. The current president of the Academy is one of these, Ralph Cicerone. The American Association for the Advancement of Science has been headed by James McCarthy and John Holdren in recent years, and these have been public advocates for global warming alarm. Holdren is now President Obama's nominee for Science Advisor. There are numerous further examples. How often have we heard a legitimate scientific argument answered by the claim that the alarmist scenario is endorsed by, for example, the American Physical Society, regardless of their lack of expertise in the issue? How often have some of you, who are perhaps more curious about this, heard innocuous claims by various professional societies taken as endorsements of alarm? We'll come back to that. However, how often have you heard that any particular argument has been dealt with by realclimate.org's website, ignoring the fact that this is an advocacy website designed to assure warming alarmists that the basis for alarm still exists?